Alrighty, hello. This lesson is about exercise 8F. Now, exercise 8F is about a Hamiltonian path and a Hamiltonian cycle. Now, I'm sorry, I have left this screenshot for the information about Hamiltonian cycle, so if you don't mind, go into your textbook and just go over to 8F and please write the little bit of information about a Hamiltonian path, which is from here, which was at the bottom of the page, so that's probably why I've missed that. So I do apologize for that. I'm going to screenshot it now and put it in. So you're going to have to use a little bit of class time to draw that and put it in. Now, the Hamiltonian path, as you can see there, visits every vertex of a graph and does not repeat the vertices. How I like to describe it is a doctor needs to visit every house once and only once. So you can't repeat the patient's house. You can only go to the patient's house once. As you can see there, for example, starts at vertex A and ends at vertex C, and you're not allowed to repeat the vertices. Okay. A Hamiltonian cycle is the same thing. To me, it's actually no. Let's call this a doctor, but doesn't go home. Yeah. So doctor starts at patient A, goes to B to F to E to D to C, and it disappears. The Hamiltonian cycle is the doctor, but he goes back to his clinic, you could say. So A to B to C to D to E, back to F, and goes to A. As you can see, I don't need to hit every edge, okay, but I need to hit every vertex, okay. Now there's a word path here, so if I scroll back to the front, a path cannot repeat edges and vertices. Very important here. So if you want to add that to the Hamiltonian path, it's no repeat edges and no repeat vertices. Now when we go to this Hamiltonian cycle, same problem. Let's go up to a cycle. A cycle has no repeated edges and no repeated vertices as well. Okay, and that's the same with the Eulerian trail and Eulerian circuit. The Eulerian trail, a trail has no repeated edges, so that means in the Eulerian trail you can't repeat the edges. Okay, same with the circuit. So just keep that in mind. So Hamiltonian path is no repeated edges, no repeated vertices, no repeated edges, no repeated vertices. Okay, and same with the cycle. Now, the problem with 8F, which is the Hamiltonian stuff, is there's no criteria or checking mechanism. So if I look at 8E, if you recall, I was talking about you can check if there's two odd degree vertices or zero odd degree vertices, then you've got an Eulerian trail. And if you've got all vertices of even degree, then you've got an Eulerian circuit. With the Hamiltonian, there is no shortcuts. You need to just try and look for one. Okay, so sometimes it's not going to work, sometimes it is going to work, but it is a lot of guess and check. So let's have a look. In this question, I need to start at A. I need to hit every vertex, and that's it. And hit every vertex and no repeated edges, no repeated vertices. So let's give this a shot. I can go from A to B to C to D to E. So done. So that's my Hamiltonian path, A to B to C to D to E. I can go the other way, obviously, backwards. I can go E and then go to D. I'll show you one that doesn't work. Pointing eraser do? Nope. Eraser. There we go. So one that doesn't work, is this one. A to C to B. Now I can't get to D without repeating an edge and a vertex, so that's not going to work. Okay, so there is a bit of trial and error. If you're lucky, the first time you get it right. Okay. State whether a cycle is possible. This one, a cycle is not possible. Cycle not possible because I'm going to repeat an edge. Repeat a vertex. Sorry, repeat vertex C. It's not going to work. Just double check. Example 11. I did A, B, C, D, E, and Hamiltonian is not possible. When whichever vertex you start at, you cannot return to the same vertex without repeating a vertex. So you can write that as well if you like. Alrighty, the second one, I'm going to start at A again apparently. Okay, I'm going to go A to B to F to C to D, and I buggered it up because I need to come back down to A and then to E, and I will repeat a vertex. So I can't do that. So as you can see, it is a bit of trial and error. Yes, I get it. It's going to be really annoying during a SAC or an exam when it doesn't want to work, just like my rubber. Okay, so I do need to start at A because the question starts at A. Let's go this way. A to E to B to F to C to D. There we go. So I can do a Hamiltonian path. It's just the one I did before. And I can actually do the Hamiltonian cycle as well, because if I go from D and go down to A, then that's a Hamiltonian cycle because I've gone and hit every vertex without repeating a vertex and an edge. And that's it for 8F. Thank you.